Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stephen Breach coming to you here with a plug for none other than Wrestling DVD Network over there. I still want to call them WWE DVD News. That's who they will always be to me. But, them breaking news on new and upcoming WWE DVD projects that are going to be upcoming. And everybody knows that WWE DVD, they put out lots of great content, over time. But it seems to be the best-selling content that they constantly put out feature the promotions that are no longer in business, where people are trying to go back and try to get as much of this footage for their own personal DVD library that they can get. I mean, there's no secret that WCW has done really well, from the rise and fall of WCW, the Goldberg set, all three of the WCW Nitro sets, Clash of the Champions, best of the WCW pay-per-view. I think they did one on Starrcade. There's lots of them. There's even one for War Games. There's lots of, just straight WCW pay-per-views that they've done, and they've released them, and they've done real well. And ECW is another one, with the ECW. I'm not sure what the tagline on those DVDs are, but there's a Volume 1, a Volume 2, and a Volume 3. Off the top of my head, there's the rise and fall of ECW. They did the one called Bloodsport. I'm trying to look at them all up on my shelf, but they've done exceptionally well, and they've released, there's going to be 2 upcoming ECW DVDs coming out. One is capitalizing on the comeback of the Dudleys, finally returning from TNA, rejoining the main roster, and taking the tag teams division and really just packing it up and making it into a really good deal. Dudleys, I believe off the top of my head, are 13-time ECW tag team champions. These were the guys that sort of came in as they were the Dudleys, for the most part, were a big group that was surrounded around, I believe, Big Dick Dudley. And I don't think that really Devon and Bubba were supposed to shine, but over time they became the main focus of ECW. They became one of the main things. Of course, I would love to see the documentary on there, because I want to see how, heartfelt and how sad the Dudleys were, that basically, ECW just scratched and clawed to become a real wrestling company. They finally get a deal with TNN, and once they sign the deal where ECW is going to be on cable television, the company's going to grow. That week, they lose Taz, and they lose the Dudleys, both to the WWF. They would come in and they would debut. Dudleys, when they came into WWE, I sort of thought they were going to be a lot like Public Enemy. Public Enemy had come into WWE, and just within 2 weeks, they knew this was not going to work. They were not liked backstage. They were not, they didn't grab ratings. They didn't do anything, and they were basically released as soon as they got there. I was hoping that the Dudleys would catch on, but I wasn't 100% sure that they were going to conform to the WWE ways. But they did, and it worked, and they had a good long run before, of course, leaving to go into TNA, which, of course, on this DVD, you're going to probably get a documentary series, them talking about their careers and everything they've done. You're probably going to get a handful of matches from ECW, a handful of matches from WWE. More than likely, their return when they came back at the night after SummerSlam, and then more than likely, I don't think it's going to happen at Night of Champions, but you'll probably get that book-ending thing where they win the tag team titles whenever they win them, sooner than later down the road. The second DVD that is planned for release is going to be from the Oh My God series. These have done really well. The WWE one showed all of the moments in WWE that just made you say, like, oh my God. It was mostly like big moves, big moments, just big angles that over time just really raised the stock of WWE. WCW, they went a little bit of the joke fashion, where basically they showed all of the things about WCW that went wrong, the things that made you go, oh my God, in the wrong place. And I don't, off the top of my head, I don't know a lot of moments in ECW that are bad. I know that they did some things that were like, what the fuck are they doing? But mostly that's like New Jack throwing Vic Grimes off the top of the scaffold in the scaffolding match. Things like that. But I think this is going to be a really good one. I think that mostly when WWE looks back over ECW, they make this look like a really good promotion that didn't have a lot of promotion behind it to make it a big deal. You know, definitely they've talked about Vince was sort of funding Paul under the table because he was using their wrestlers and things like that, and that's what was keeping WWE alive. But I'm looking forward to both of these releases. I think they're going to be really good. Best of the Dudleys and the Oh My God ECW set.